Thank you. Thanks, Dinesh.
Awesome. So yeah, my talk is about generating novel images. Now, if you have been living under the rock, then you would probably not know this, but this is the cool stuff, like probably the most hot topic right now in AI. So generating images from text, so just text to image. And recently there's been like a boom in AI art. So it's certainly like deep learning, like back in 2012. So I'm going little different here and doing going to show you some cool machine learning stuff in Python and how you can generate your own images in Python given a text. So even this image is generated by an AI and it's by Dall-E. So if you have heard of Dall-E, you can raise your hands and it's like amazing. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, so my agenda for today is like go through the history of image art, like how text to image generation has worked over the years and how pathetic it was before and how cool it is now. It is just amazing how far we have come. And it is something close to my art, apart from robotics and stuff. But this is like every person's dream, like to you put some text and you get some image, a fantasized image that you want. And at the end, I will take some prompts from the audience and we will do it live. So let's have some fun. So the history. So like image synthesis was poor, as I said, and we have tried like a lot of methods, which I won't go deep into. It's more of the neural networks stuff. So even this image was generated by an AI, but you see history is not properly written here. So they don't properly do the text in the images. So they're poor at that. So this is one of the like the boom where it happens, like the timeline. Like everybody was fighting, like OpenAI, Google, everybody wanted to like get into this. And like if you have been on Instagram more, you would have seen Imagen, Dall-E 2, and a lot of these things. So interestingly, like only so when I was following OpenAI Dall-E on Instagram, they had like 100 followers, and now if you see, it's like 400K followers, and it's just gone crazy in like just 5 months of time. Yeah, and let's see the old things. So this is not that fascinating, but this was one of the oldest things to exist. So this is a GAN, so which I will be talking about. It's a generative adversarial network, and here you see this bird is completely red and black. So this is just a given prompt, and it gives an image like this, but it's not that that good. It is not very detailed, and where we have come now is here. It's a fully detailed character design. So you see the prompt, full length character design, digital art of a male adult with sunrise, wearing a baggy t-shirt. You can see the baggy t-shirt, baggy cargo pants, sitting on the edge of the roof of a skyscraper, embracing with hands wide open, and painted by some artist William. So this is like pure detail. So we have come from this to this. So how cool is that? So yeah, let's go into the architecture part a bit just to explain you. So imagine like a Leonardo da Vinci painting. You're trying to forge that painting. So a generator is basically trying to generate the images, and a discriminator is trying to catch you that you are forging a Leonardo da Vinci's painting. So it's like a Tom and Jerry fight between these two guys, which helps generate better images over time. And over time, it is able to fool the discriminator, which is the police in this case, and generator is the thief. So that's one phenomenon. And this is how it worked in the previous thing that I showed you, this one. And this one is completely different. So I'm going to come to that. But that's how it worked with this network. And so one of the things that they did is they took flowers dataset and they tried to make a real and a fake, and then they like comparing two images. So you want to come close to the real images as much as possible. So you want to try to fool the discriminator into thinking, okay, this is a real image. And so you would see that it was really close to the real images, but not quite there yet. You could tell the difference. Okay, this is some randomness, something, but not really clear. And okay, so this is one of the websites. This person does not exist, and this actually doesn't exist. This person is not there at all. And you can see the facial features and everything is so detailed. And this was one of the other methods, StyleGAN. So it basically generated this cool images, and you can go onto this website and generate a lot of images. You can, yeah, you do cool stuff. There are a lot of generators there. And then, so I'm still going to the history of that. And then we had StoryGAN. So basically Google and Baidu and all of them were fighting for this thing to come out, to basically generate educational stories just from text to help kids everywhere in the world. And there is one thing that is already existing, which I'm going to show you. So here it was like we generated one image, then a second image, and a third image, and then you wanted to combine it from the text prompt to have some context. So the sequence of images would be like basically be converted to a GIF, and it would be able to tell a story. So here Pororo and Krong are fishing together, and like you're taking this this particular prompt in this fishing together, and here you're saying you're looking at the bucket. So this image is generated like you're looking at the bucket, and here you're saying a fish with a fishing rod. Pororo has a fish. So you combine this and you have a nice looking image. But the resolution was not that good, and there was no story behind it. Like you couldn't do really contextualized videos out of that. Like the stories were not that good. It was just a try. And to the end point, like before Dall-E, we were using something called VQGAN, and you don't need to worry about that. But it was promising. It was the most promising that was before Dall-E came. And you had this images like a beautiful painting of a building in a serene landscape, and yeah, it was quite promising. It's just different methods that work. So what's happening now? Let's just show you the cool demos now first. And yeah, so Dall-E came out in 2020, and this is what happened, like caused the boom of AI to go like crazy. So you had like a detailed text prompt, like a stack of 3 cubes. A red cube is on the top, sitting on a green cube, and then the green cube is on the middle and sitting on the blue cube. And you could like basically give it exact directions or where to go, and it would do that. And it worked fine, and it was not as good as Dall-E 2, so the next version. So this is Dall-E, and since April we have this. You're generating an animated like a walking story just using Dall-E, or the method behind Dall-E, which is like clip and diffusion. So the main agenda is to understand clip and how you can use it in Python and generate your own images like this. So we've come a long way till now. Now some of the cool things that you can do. You see there's a morphing happening between a blueberry spaghetti and strawberry spaghetti. So it's crazy. Like if you want me to play it again, yeah. And not just that, outpainting. So one of the features that Dall-E has is like you generate one image, then you generate another image, then another, then you stitch them together in a way, you edit them, and this is how it looks. It looks amazing, proper art. Then paranomical rendering. Generate your own cities. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. So here you go. You generate like this detailed city. There's some problems with this, but the stitching problems, but it looks good, like it's your own world. You generated your own world. Imagine this in the metaverse. You do this, and then, oh yeah, we're talking about the metaverse. You can have these images into the metaverse. So you have an environment, and you just put your Dall-E images in the environment. It would be more realistic. Right now we know, okay, this is a painting, but it would be looking amazing. And it's not just images. So we have gone from text to image to text to video. So now they are fighting for videos instead of images. So now you see this a baby sloth doing this with an orange knitted hat, trying to figure out a laptop. Oh, so, and screen reflecting its eye, and it's detailed. And so Meta is doing this, and then yeah, Google was not going to be left behind. So Imagine is Google's project, and you can see it as a drone flying through a restaurant on a dystopian planet. And imagine this for games, for movies, for anything cinematic, or yeah, it's just truly amazing. The internet is quite sus, but yeah, okay. The applications. Now, some of the cool things that you can do. So some of the artists, AI artists, designed a T-shirt like this. So maybe PyCon T-shirts will be next time generated by an AI. So that will be fun. So it has like a lot of applications in fashion and in terms of AI, like paintings, drawings, and so many cool editing stuff. And you can imagine. Okay, let take some time to load.
2, 1, and action.
Imagine like a city cinematic scene generated by AI. This looks like a Stranger Things or a Christopher Nolan movie with end credits or something. But this is by an AI, so don't be fooled by that. So coming to how does it all work, and then we go to the application side. So the thing is with Clip, and I don't want to go too depth into the architecture side. So imagine like there's a text encoder and image encoder. So it's like a dictionary of text and image. So it's like a mapping, and there's a bunch of them, like billions of them. And you basically have this paired with, like, you see a dog and you categorize it into a dog. So what happens in Clip is it not only understands like dog is in a specific category, but it also like categorizes, okay, it has this features of the grass behind it, or it has the features of it is like looking like that, the color and all that. So it's like an image to text pair, and it is used by something called a diffusion. So diffusion is behind Dall-E, the main thing, and diffusion and Clip work together. So imagine you have a dog and you iteratively add a bunch of noise, okay, and you keep adding it. That's like the algorithm, and then until you see, okay, it's all noisy. Okay, now the point is, now from that noisy image you have to go back to the original image, and during that process it learns how to create an image just from noise. So you might think like, this is so stupid that you're adding noise and then you're removing it, but in that process it learns to create new images, and those noisy images are fed again and again, and until you get a new image. But now you think that, okay, how does it generate meaningful images? How does the text go into this? So the Clip is what helps. The Clip has like the image text pairs of all the billion images, like there's a big data set, and that's what helps contextualize this thing into generating meaningful images and not just random images out of this spectral Gaussian noise. Yeah. And now I want to speak about prompt engineering, because that's what we want to do. We want to generate cool images, beautiful images that look, we need high resolution images that speak something, that make some stories. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you some crazy stuff with Dall-E, whoever has tried it. Okay, so we can just say people sitting at a conference listening to a speaker. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Next time. Okay. Something's wrong with the internet, I guess. Let's try again. Okay, finally. Whoops. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Damn it, the internet. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, it's giving the back-end view, like camera view, so don't blame it on me. But you see that prompt engineering is required, because you're not able to generate good images from here. So one of the things that you can do is, if you are lazy like me, you can go to Prompt Parrot, this website, and you can just say something. Let's give the same prompt. Let's just copy this thing, and we submit it here. And basically we will get like good prompts to just copy paste and get good images. So you don't have to write your own prompts as well. So you just copy this thing. Let's put it into Dall-E again, and you will see the difference now. between the previous prompt and this prompt. Yeah, live demos are, it takes time. That one works. All right, yeah, pretty much, yeah, that's much better than previous ones, I guess. Maybe we need more prompt engineering. So yeah, so let's dive into the code part now, and let's go into Stable Diffusion. So now Stable Diffusion is an open source version of Dall-E, okay, and you can do it right in your on your computer or on Google Colab or wherever you prefer, and everything is open now. So Stable Diffusion is also a type of diffusion, and you can run it on your own computer. So you just have to like run everything and show you. I did run it before. Okay, we don't want to download everything. Okay, so how do we do this? So if you are a PyTorch fan or a Keras fan, we have everything, like it's just 2 lines of code that you just use it. So you just say import torch, so import PyTorch, and then you say from diffusers import the stable diffusion pipeline, which is the whole, like it will import all the models from stable diffusion, all the data set and everything, which is hosted on Hugging Face. So one thing you need to do is you need to provide a token here. So you can go to huggingface.co and get the tokens. You can just copy one of them and then just paste it right there. So because of the internet, I'm not going, I won't be able to show. Okay, let's see if it works. It's pretty slow. Let's see if I can log in. Okay, hopefully this downloads in time. Okay, so coming to the main pipeline, it's as easy as you write your prompt, a photograph of an astronaut riding a horse or anything. You want to make him fly, you can do that, do whatever you want. And then you can say images pipe of the prompt and then get me the first image. So, and then you can just save it in the image. That's all. It's just that thing, just the pipe function. And you just put that. This generates one image like this. And let's say you want to generate, yeah, so many types of astronauts and horse go best. Like that's what Dall-E themselves like, oh, this is funny. Let's do that. And yeah, so it looks good. So now if you want to generate 3, so you will just say number of images equals to 3, and then you say prompt into the number of images. It's basic Python, and then again you put into the pipe, and then you get the image grid. And it's as simple as that. You get 3 images looking totally weird and unique. So that's the novel part of the image. Okay, so the prompt part, how do we change the prompts now? Now this all looks amazing. I really like this images. I do have like a 2-3 paintings at my home, like I've stitched it up to my wall. All right, so now I want to show you something else. Now let's say you generated this image. Okay, now like many people are generating Dall-E images, like it's gonna be like which is fake, which is real, and it's gonna be coming soon. And you want to see if it's from Dall-E, if it's from and if it's from Dall-E, what are the prompts that they've used, you know? So they will tell you, okay, they have used like a cyberpunk art, and the artist is this, and is it like a trending on somewhere on Behance or anything, and different types of prompts things like synthwave and cityscape. So these are all like useful for the designers to know like what happened in that image. So almost like thinking in the mind of a painter, like what was the painter thinking when he made the painting. So you can just basically say, okay, this is the prompt. Another cool another cool thing is you have a book of prompt. So anything you want to do, you want to make like a character and cartoon, so you basically go there and it will show what you have to write in order to generate that particular image. So if you want cartoon, you do cartoon. If you want to do something else, you can do in the style of Simpsons or Family Guy, or there's a whole book available just to do this. And if you are okay, the internet, come on. Okay. So now I want to take a prompt from the audience. Let me check first if everything's done. Oh yeah. Okay. If anybody wants to like give me a prompt that they want to do, like they want to see the image live, yeah, just raise your hands up and like yeah. A bear. Okay. Okay. Let's do that.
Sorry, the
Astronaut.
question was squirrel riding a bear, did you say? An astronaut riding a bear.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
Let's
Just for the
see.
recording so we know what it was.
Let's see how it comes up. Okay. Let me check. Okay. Live errors. Okay, it's generating. It's a bit slow because we don't have a GPU. I don't have a GPU assigned, I guess. Come on. Oh, good. Oh. Okay, all right. So let me go back and show you how to do this. Do the same thing. I don't know why the images are not showing. Come on. All right. If you want to do the same thing in Keras, so there's Keras option. You can just import Keras CV and Luke utils, and then you can just say stable diffusion is cv.model stable diffusion. Just create an object, and then you have a method generate and show. You just say stable diffusion dot text to image, and then you pass your prompt. And there's a bunch of hyperparameters where you can change the batch size, the value range, and all that. But yeah, let's not go into that depth in the interest of time. So generate and show, you just say generate and show, and you pass in your text and you get the image. So this is with Keras. You can do with PyTorch and probably everything else that is on the market. So now I want to put like a prompt quiz to everyone. If somebody can answer, what would be the prompt used in this? Yeah, exactly. How about this?
Yeah, but what the crowd has said is robot playing Jenga.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So originally I put Lego blocks and like trying to make towns in a Minecraft environment. So that's what I tried, and that's what my research project is also on. And here, what do you think this is? It's somewhat weird, but something, some understanding. Yes, I put exactly that.
Developers at a Python conference. Brilliant.
Developers sitting in at a PyCon conference. Yes, and that's what it is. So you see, there's a logo, kind of logo, but not really. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. There's cool demos you can do with Python, and yeah, you can follow my Instagram, which is ig.sohuman.ai, where I also post images just to get frame. All right.
Thank you, Nish. Thanks, guys. That was absolutely fascinating. I see you've already got a question back there. I'll start with yourself.
Thank you very much for the presentation. It was quite cool. So I just have a question around applications of this technique out of entertainment and gaming. So seeing lots of investments of big tech companies